Hello students, today we will do chapter 4 of class 10 NCERT quadratic equations. So first we will learn about the basics. What is actually the formula of a quadratic equation? So the basic structure of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Quadratic means the highest degree should be 2. Linear is highest degree is 1. So in this chapter we are doing quadratic equation means highest degree should be 2. So in this it is ax square plus bx plus c. X is our variable and a, b and c are our coefficients. A is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x and c is the constant term. So in our quadratic equation, the compulsion part is this. There should be a variable with a degree 2. There cannot be any variable with a degree greater than 2. Means we cannot have anything such that x cube, y5, t5. We cannot have these in our quadratic equations. We should have x square. And then bx plus c, it's not necessary that they will be in the equation. Suppose my equation is 2x square plus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. So this is our quadratic equation. In this we have x square, we have x and we have the constant term. So in this case our a is 2, b is 5 and c is 3. If we have any equation like 2x square is equal to 0, so now if you will get confused that whether this is a quadratic equation or not, because there is no bx, no c, but we can write this as the form of 2x square plus 0x plus 0 is equal to 0. So a is 2, b is 0 and c is 0. So this is also our quadratic equation. But if we write 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, so in this case our a is 0. So this is not possible. Means our a cannot be 0 whenever we are writing any quadratic equation. So our a cannot be 0. This is the basic compulsory part to check whether any given equation is a quadratic equation or not. If suppose I write 3x cube plus 2x square is equal to 0. In this we have 2x square but we have 3x cube also. So the highest degree of this equation is 3. So this becomes a cubic equation. This is not a quadratic equation. So this is not a quadratic equation. So for quadratic equation, we should have ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a cannot be 0. We can have b as 0, we can have c as 0. So now we'll solve some questions. Exercise 4.1, we'll start with that and so that your concept will get clear. First question, check whether the following are quadratic equations. The equation is given like this. We will solve this and we'll bring it in the form of quadratic formula, the basic structure. So x plus 1 whole square will be x squared. Don't forget to give this implies that sign whenever we are solving any equation. So a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. This will be 2x minus 6. X squared plus 2x minus 2x plus 1 plus 6 is equal to 0. X squared, this will get cancelled, plus 7 is equal to 0. So this is the form x squared plus 0x plus 7 is equal to 0. This is satisfying the equation ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. We just have to solve like this. All the questions will be solving like this only. We just have to bring all the equations in the basic quadratic formula and we will check whether it is satisfying the quadratic equation formula or not. Second question is x squared minus 2x is equal to minus 2, 3 minus x implies that sine x squared minus 2x is equal to minus 6 plus 2x. X squared, this 2x will come this side, this will become plus 6 So again, it is satisfying our basic structure. A square plus bx plus ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. In this case, our a is 1, b is minus 4 and c is 6. And this is a quadratic equation because it is satisfying ax square plus bx plus c. Now, it is easy now. So, we'll solve the next one. X minus 2x plus 1. Again, don't forget to give that implies that sign. So, x squared minus plus x minus 2x minus 2 is equal to x squared plus 3x minus 3. X squared and x squared will get cancelled. Minus 2x minus 2 is equal to 2x minus 3. So in this we have bx plus c, but in this case we don't have ax square, means a is equal to 0 and this is not possible. So this is not a quadratic equation. Now let's move to the fourth question. I hope you are able to solve all the questions now because they are based, all the questions are based on the same techniques. We just have to solve the equations and bring it into the basic form of quadratic equation. So now you can tell by just by seeing the here only that this is a quadratic or not. This is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation. Now can you tell me what is a, what is b and what is c in this? So a is 1, b is minus 10 and c is minus 3, because actually we write it like this: ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So this will be written as ax square plus minus 10x plus minus 3 is equal to 0. So our b coefficient is this and the coefficient of c is this one. The fifth question is again the same formula. These are the simplest questions which only have to bring it with the basic form, and some of the points you have to keep in mind. Don't forget to give implies that sign whenever you are solving an equation, and be very particular about the signs and the variables while solving any algebraic expressions, because this is where most of the students we do silly mistakes. So again, this is ax square plus bx plus c. This is on the formula. So this is a quadratic equation. So be careful about the signs and be careful about this implies that sign, about the variables. In algebra, if you have good command over the signs, then it's the easiest thing in the maths. Minus 2ab, that will be 4x. X square will get cancelled. Now in this one we don't have any x square, means a is 0. So this is not a quadratic equation. Now let's move to the seventh question. It is x plus 2 whole cube. What is the formula for a plus b whole cube? It is a cube plus b cube plus 3ab a plus b is equal to 2x cube minus 2x. If I memorize in the other way, like 3a square b plus 3ab square, that is also fine. So in this one, we have got x cube. So we cannot have a degree greater than 2. So this one again is not a quadratic equation. We cannot have this in our quadratic equation. So this is not a quadratic equation. Next question. Again, we have the cube question. What is the formula for a minus b whole cube? It is a cube minus b cube minus 3ab a minus b. These identities should be on your tip so that you will take lesser time to solve the questions. X cube and x cube will get cancelled. Minus 4x square plus 6x square minus x minus 12x plus 1 plus 8. So this is on the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So hence this is a quadratic equation. Okay, so I hope you will be clear till now that which one is a quadratic and how should we check that which one is a quadratic and which one is not. So now we'll solve the second main question of 4.1. In that we have to frame the quadratic equation. Statements are given and we have to frame the quadratic equation. Yeah, so now second main we have to frame the quadratic equations. The area, it is given the area of a rectangular plot is 528 meters square. The length of the plot is one more than twice its breadth. So in this question, the length is given with respect to the breadth. So we will let the breadth be x. Let the breadth of the rectangle be x. It is given already in meters. So we'll write bx meter. Be very careful about the units. If no unit is given like meter, centimeter, nothing is given. So we can use unit, square unit, cubic unit. We can use like that. But if the units are given, we have to mention that. So then the breadth will be equal to, let the length be x, the breadth of the rectangle be x, then length will be equal to 1 more than. 1 more than means 1 plus twice its breadth. Twice its breadth is 2x. We can arrange this. This will be 2x plus 1 meter. And now we'll check what is given. The next what is given in the question, it is area of a rectangular plot is 528 meters square. So whatever is given in the question, we find the same quantity, we find the same thing in the terms of x. Keep this thing in mind. Whatever is given, sometimes in the question selling price is given, the cost price is given. So whatever is given, we will find the same thing again, but in the terms of x, so that we can equate the equation, we can equate the quantities with the fixed quantity and we can get x. So area of a rectangle, we all know it is length into breadth. So area of rectangle is already given 528. 528 will be equal to length multiplied by breadth. Don't forget to give the implies that sign. Whether 528 is equal to 2x square plus x. Therefore, 2x square plus x minus 528 is equal to 0. This is our required quadratic equation. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We need this equation only. Now, let's move to the second question. The product of two consecutive positive integers is 306. We need to find the integers. What does this word consecutive mean? Consecutive means one by one after the other. Suppose the consecutive number of 5. It can be 6, it can be 4. Consecutive means together, they comes together. If I say consecutive even numbers, if they are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 like that. If I ask you the consecutive even number of 12. So it can be 10, it can be 14. So here it is saying consecutive positive integers. So if I suppose take 2. So what is the consecutive number of 2? It is 3. And what I am adding in 2 to get 3? What I am adding in 2 to get 3? I am adding 1. Let's take any other number. Suppose 6. Consecutive number will be 7. So when again what I'll add 1 in this to get 7. So let our first number be x. So what can be another number? It will be x plus 1. So if they're asking consecutive positive integers, it will be x, x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 3, and it will go on like that. If they're asking consecutive even numbers, their difference will be 2. So x, x plus 2, x plus 4, x plus 6. Consecutive odd numbers. Again, odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, and it goes on like that. So again, the difference is of 2. So the first number is x, the second will be x plus 2, third will be x plus 4, and it will go on like that. So let the numbers be x and x plus 1. Now it is given the product. Product means multiplication. So when we multiply these two numbers, x and x plus 1, we'll be getting 306. And this is our equation. X squared plus x is equal to 306. X squared plus x minus 306 is equal to 0. This is our required quadratic equation. Ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now, third question. Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. The product of their ages in years, 3 years from now will be 360. We would like to find Rohan's present age. See, so in the age related questions, one thing is very important. I'll tell you that thing in the while solving the question only. Rohan's mother is 26 years older than him. So first thing, let the Rohan's age be x. So Rohan's mother will be 26 years older. So it is x plus 26 years. Now, they're saying the product of their ages 3 years from now. So first, we will find their ages 3 years from now. Means it is 3 years after now, after this time. If you are suppose 10 years old now, so what will be your age after 3 years? It will be 10 plus 3, 13. So if Rohan is x years old now, he will be x plus 3 after 3 years. So after 3 years, Rohan's age will be x plus 3 years and Rohan's mother will be x plus 26 plus 3 years. That is equal to x plus 29 years. Suppose there are two siblings. One is 6 years old and other is 12 years old. So at present, the other one is twice the age of the first one. But after 3 years, younger one will be 9 years and the elder one will be 15 years. 12 plus 3, 15. So after 3 years, their age will not be in the twice form. Like the elder one is not the twice of the younger one. So the relation between the ages changes. So in this case also it changed. Now mother was 26 years older than Rohan. 3 years after, their product became 360. So according to the question, this product x plus 3 and x plus 29, when we multiply, we will get 360. When we will multiply x and x plus 26, we will not be getting 360. But after 3 years, when we multiply their ages, it is 360. The relation between the ages does not remain constant all the time. It changes. So this is our required quadratic equation. X square plus 32x minus 373 is equal to 0. Now the fourth question. A train travels a distance of 480 km at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 8 km per hour less, then it would the time that it would have taken. So if the speed had been 8 km per hour less, then it would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. We need to find the speed of the train. This is obvious. If we decrease the speed, the time will increase. It means if you are going slow, so it will take longer time for us to reach that place. So a train travels a distance of the distance is given. Distance is fixed. That is 480 kilometers. If the speed had been 8 km, so let the original speed be x kilometer per hour. So the time taken will be, the formula for time is distance upon speed. The time will be 480 upon x hours. Now the speed had been 8 km per hour less. So new speed is equal to x minus 8 km per hour. So now the time will be 480 upon x minus 8 hours. Now they have given the relation between the time. It would have taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. So this time is more and this time is less, and the difference between the time is 3 hours. So according to the question, 480 upon x minus 8 minus 480 upon x is equal to 3. I told you in the previous question also, whatever is given, that only we find in the terms of x. In this case, the difference between the time has been given. So we also found the difference between the time in the terms of x. So the terms of x, the difference between the time is this. We found this and we equate it with 3, whatever was given. We can solve this equation by taking the LCM. LCM will be x minus 8. So 480x minus 480x minus 8 is equal to 3. Go to the next page. 480x minus 480x minus 8 upon x minus 8 is equal to 3. If you want, you can take 480 as common also. We'll take this thing that side. This 480 and 480x will get cancelled. So 3840 is equal to 3x square minus 24x. Implies that 3x square minus 24x minus 3840 is equal to 0. So if we can take common, we can take common. If you can, so in this, all the three coefficients, we can take 3 as common. So our required equation is x squared minus 8x minus 1280 is equal to 0. This 3 will go that side, it will become 0 upon 3, and that will again become 0 only. So it will, the equation will be x squared minus 8x minus 1280 is equal to 0. So we have done exercise 4.1. In the next video, we'll be doing exercise 4.2. Thank you all.